Greetings, one and all. Greetings. Welcome to the first live watch along for the new season Australia Cup playoffs. Brisbane Roar, Perth Glory in action tonight. And very excited to see A-League teams in competitive action. And we've got the lineups here as I fix the camera. We've got the lineups here on screen. So this is one of the interesting things about these early season matches. These lineups could be completely wrong. This is my predicted lineup based off the team sheets that we've received already. These formations could be completely wrong. So please keep that in mind when looking at the team sheets. But potentially we could see a back five here for Brisbane Roar. Van der Sarg is making his Raw debut tonight. There's plenty of players making their debuts tonight that we can talk about. Perth Glory, interested to see how they set up under David Zrilic. I'm really excited about this one. It's so early in pre-season, and it's just an Australia Cup playoff match to get into the round of 32. But here's two A-League teams who struggled last year, and we're expecting something different and fresh from them, and very excited for this match. These early pre-season matches generally throw up a little bit of chaos. So that's what we're here for tonight. But hello to everyone in the chat. Hope you're doing well. Jump in the chat, say good day. How you going? How you feeling? And I tell you what, drop a prediction for this match. If you haven't done so already, vote in the poll. Make the click. Who's going to win? I see Joshua in the chat. Bailey, John, JG's is in the chat. Jules is here as well. G'day to everyone. A lot of J's. A lot of names with J's in the chat so far. Good to see Sam here as well. Sam says, Lockie, long time no see. How's it been? I'm pretty sure last time I watched you, there was still no answer regarding the Jets ownership, so how time flies by. Yeah, I was looking back on the channel. The last live stream that we've done here on Coastwood Football was the A-League All-Stars Watchalong, which was that was the day before the grand final, wasn't it? So it's been, I think, almost 2 months since the last live stream. So this is, not only is we are obviously excited to see A-League teams in action here tonight in the playoffs, but this, in a way, sort of kickstarts the coming months of football, kickstarts the season in a way. Obviously, there's been competitions going on around the world that I'm sure you guys have been keeping up to when it comes to the Euros, Copa America. Of course, we've got the Olympics coming up this week, and the Matildas in action in the Olympics. I put out my Matildas Olympics preview on the channel yesterday, which you can check out afterwards if you haven't done so already. So there's plenty going on, but this sort of kickstarts things in terms of professional domestic football in Australia. Marcus, good to see you here as always. Says 2-1 to Glory in extra time. It'd be a big statement for David Zrilic and his new look side if they were to get the win here. Let's make an amendment to that lineup. No Adam Taggart starting for for Perth Glory. It is David Williams starting there as well. Jules reckons Raw going to win 2-1 as well. Good to see Joshy G in here also. McLaren McLaren making the move to India. It's been confirmed. So that's one that was sort of rumoured for a little while that McLaren was going to be heading. Well, we knew he was departing City. That much was announced a while ago. But his destination has now been confirmed. He's heading to Mohun Bagan, where the likes of Jason Cummings and Dimitri Petratos currently ply their trade. So, intriguing move for Jamie McLaren. He'll be hoping he can hit some decent form there, because obviously he'd want to keep himself, get himself back into Socceroos contention. It's an interesting moment for Jamie McLaren at the moment, because he's not. You get the sense that maybe he's starting to really shift out of Socceroos contention, especially with the recent rise of Cassini Yengi over the past 12 months or so. So yeah, we shall see how it goes. But this match is set to kick off very shortly. If you want to tune into the game, it's on 10 Play. It's on 10 Play, and as far as I'm aware, it's not on Paramount Plus. It's only on 10 Play. But I mean, that's good, because it means you can watch. Anyone can watch for free. You can watch if you're in Australia, you can watch for free. No idea if this match would be able to be viewed overseas in any formats. But all I know is that it is on 10 Play. So if you do want to tune into the game, 10 Play. Leon's in the chat as well. Is back in 2-0 for Perth. That's right, Marcus. Patrick Yazbek has joined the MLS. He's joined Nashville. Interesting move for Patrick Yazbek. Hopefully get some decent game time over there. Another one of those guys who's maybe sort of a fringe Socceroo at the moment, perhaps looking to break his way into the squad. We've got a good contingent of sort of central midfielders at the moment in the Socceroos, so that's another one we'll certainly keep an eye on. Patrick Yazbek making the move to the MLS. Kick off in this one, not too far away. So as this game plays out, obviously we'll certainly keep an eye on formations and things and lineups. But yeah, here's how it's looking so far. So let's quickly discuss these lineups. First of all, what do you guys make of this Brisbane Roar lineup? Now, again, if you're just tuning in, these lineups and formations could be completely wrong. That's the interesting thing about preseason is that who knows what the systems are going to look like. Ruben Zadkovic, his first full preseason with Brisbane Roar at the moment, and David Zrilic, new head coach at Perth Glory. So, but by the looks of things, Brisbane could be lining up with this back five. Van der Sar potentially right wing back, Burke Gilroy maybe left wing back. We do remember when Ruben Zadkovic was at Perth Glory, of course, a couple of years ago. He did deploy 3 central defenders at times. So we could see it. Potentially Corey Brown playing as that left side of centre back. But again, we could see Van der Sar potentially playing a bit higher at the park, maybe just a standard back four. But we'll certainly keep an eye on that one. Same thing for Perth Glory as well. I mean, question marks as to how exactly they'll line up. Looking at the team sheet, there was no real natural left back in the side. Potentially Lockie Barr sliding in there as well. Plenty of moves indeed. John mentions the Finn Sermon going to the MLS as well with Portland Timbers. There's been a lot of A-League players. Jake Goodwood-Reich, the other one, he's joined St. Louis. Yeah. Joshy says Corey Brown playing at centre back is interesting. Yes, that is the prediction at least. That is the prediction. So we'll keep an eye on it whether that is indeed the position that Corey Brown is playing tonight. A left-footed player, of course. So I could be wrong. This is just a lineup prediction, but we will amend it as the game goes. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that for sure, Jules. If Brisbane do indeed play a back five, but that's my prediction based off the team sheet that they've shared online. You look at the names there, and it could well be a back five, but as mentioned, it may not be. It may just be a back four with Van der Sar playing a bit higher. Harry Van der Sar is a versatile player. Probably his preferred position, I imagine, is right back. But at times, when he was at Sydney and at Adelaide, he has played high at the park. So, interested to see how Perth Glory go with some of these new faces and go getting a run here from the starting lineup, which is exciting for him. Luke Bodner back into the lineup. He got limited game time last season. Faisal, another one of these new signings. He's come over from MacArthur FC. Lockie, what are your thoughts on Nisbet leaving? Not surprising. Not surprising. So when it was announced, it wasn't like it was a big shock or anything. It's just, as a Mariners fan, just stoked to have him at the club for so long. And he's obviously been a fantastic servant for the Central Coast Mariners and one of their greatest players ever. He's going to go down as one of the greatest Mariners players of all time for sure, Joshy Nisbet. So look, we're just thankful to have him while he's here, hey. And yeah, Marcus mentions the Farrell rumours. Yeah, it seems to be pretty much set in stone now. I think Jacob Farrell looks like he's indeed making that move to Portsmouth, which again, it's just it's no surprise. A similar thing with Nisbet. Jacob Farrell's been just so consistent over the last few years for the Mariners in the first team, and he deserves the move as well. Julian, hello, Julian. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing well, Julian. Good to see you here. Good to see you here. Jules in the chat says, I feel like Perth are not going to win tonight, but I also feel like they're going to do well in the league next season. Yeah, they're one of these teams. I mean, everyone's excited about David Zrilic. He was an assistant coach at Sydney FC last season, and he had some decent experience over in Europe. And this is his first, as far as I'm aware, this is his first full head coach job. He's got it at Perth Glory. Curious to see how they set up. So again, these formations that we're seeing here, this might not be what we actually see. This is just a prediction at the moment, and we will correct it as the game goes on. You can watch the match on 10 play Is the broadcast up for you guys? The screen at the moment is just your event will start shortly. That's what it says. Oh, maybe it's starting now. So it is available to watch on 10 Play. Here we go. It's starting. The broadcast is indeed starting. They're going through the intro sizzle reel, if you like. I did see those Marcus mentions in the chat. Yes, the Di Maria rumours. Oz Hub Football, who's generally a pretty reliable source of Oz football information, said that there was no validity to the rumours. So, hey, we'll see. But, I mean, I'd love it. Wouldn't we all love it? That'd be huge. That'd be huge. Obviously, it feels like the A-League is sort of going away from, bringing in these big-name marquees, which is okay. It allows for more youngsters to step in and get their chance. But, hey, we'd love Di Maria playing in the A-League. All right. Darwin Football Stadium. What do you guys make of this, playing these games in Darwin? I don't mind it. I mean, it's the playoffs. It's just a couple it's a couple loose games. It's I guess that's what you get. Not saying Darwin's a bad place. I've never been there. 25 degrees at the moment, according to the broadcast in Darwin. But, it means these teams have to get, back into preseason training real early, do a big trip up to the Northern Territory. Teams are in the tunnel set to come out. Brisbane Roar, Perth Glory, our first look at them. Again, the formations that we've got here. This is just a prediction at this stage. Brisbane potentially playing a back five. We'll keep an eye on that as the game goes on. Perth Glory, how will they set up? Potentially Carluccio and Faisal playing as wide players. And Go and Williams, the attacking players as well for Perth Glory as the teams into the field. Sam in the chat as well says, hey Lockie, I won't lie, I was quite surprised when Lockie Rose signed, as it was a signing that no Jets fan expected him to sign, so it's going to be fun to see him in Jets colours. Yeah, I mean, it's a smart signing. Mutually terminated his contract at MacArthur last week, and as we know, Apostolos Stamatolopoulos making a move to Motherwell in Scotland. Wishing Stamatolopoulos all the best. He was great last season. And Lockie Rose, I like the move because Lockie Rose is going to get more game time at Jets now, regardless of whether Newcastle bring in another striker, I think. Because Lockie Rose got really limited game time last season, playing behind your man. Indeed, the match is on 10 Play if you want to tune in. Pretty decent crowd as well. It's a nice little stadium up there in Darwin. What's the capacity? Probably be just a few thousand. Perth Glory wearing I'd probably say a slight variation of last season's kit. It's sort of a purple and white strip. I don't think it's an official strip for the next A-League season. No A-League kits have been revealed yet. Brisbane Roar, though, this kit has stirred up plenty of discussion online. Brisbane Roar wearing this new Australia Cup kit that's an all-orange get-up. That is, it's quite an interesting design. It's almost got, it's like a lighter shade of orange in there as well. It's almost yellow. My break was good. Thank you very much, Boston. Good to see you here. Good to see you here. 5,000, you reckon, Joshy? It could be that. Could be that. Thoughts on the new Mitre football for the season, as I wonder what happened with Nike. I've heard the same is happening with the Premier League, where they are going, says Sam in the chat. Yeah, it looks all right. It looks all right. I do prefer the last season's ball. I thought that looked a bit cleaner. I did like the Nike look. But Mitre's obviously a very classic football design. But yeah, something new. Something new. Appreciate you guys tuning in for this first live watch along of the season. It's our first live stream for a couple of months. Brisbane Roar, Perth Glory. This is our first sight of A-League teams in competitive action. Formations that we've got up here on the side may not be correct. We'll keep an eye on that as the game goes on. Will Brisbane play a back five? Who's playing left back for Perth Glory? Those are the big questions. Won't be doing any Olympics watch-alongs for the group stage, but we will be doing live reviews on during the day here at Australian time. So on Friday midday, we're going to be live actually. So feel free to jump in if you're available. We're on Friday midday, that's Australian Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be doing a review of the Matildas Germany game. A big live discussion there. That's right, Julian. 3 Japanese players at Western United, now with Hiroshi Ibasuki joining the club, alongside Tomoki Imai and Riku Danzaki. Not on 10. Should be on 10 play. I know the 10 play up, I use it on my phone, the 10 play up. It can be a bit difficult to navigate. I find it a bit tricky sometimes. If you sort of swipe along all the streams, you should find the Australia Cup stream. If you're in Australia, it should definitely be available. So, I mean, looking at the broadcast here, everyone. Looking at the broadcast, our formations might be correct. 10 play have Lockie Barr listed as playing a left back there by the looks of things, and Brisbane playing a back five, but of course, could be completely wrong. We shall see. We shall see. This is the first of 2 Australia Cup playoff matches tomorrow. Newcastle Jets, Western United. Won't be doing a live watch along for that one, but check out Dom's Ball Chat. He will be doing a live watch along for tomorrow's match, so you can jump over there tomorrow night for that watch along. Kickoff. It's kickoff time, I think. Brisbane Roar, Perth Glory. Here we go. Keep an eye on for Kranis, new centre back at Brisbane Roar. He's joined the club, new signing. Ben Halloran's returned to Brisbane as well, expecting to play on that right-hand side. Of course, Perth Glory have a number of debutants. Tonight, Lockie Barr playing his first game for the club. He was at Adelaide last year. Faisal coming over from MacArthur. Josh Rooston, Brandon O'Neill returning to the club as well. Ollie Sale made his Perth Glory debut this time last year in the Australia Cup playoffs. He made a huge blunder in that game. Hopefully he has better fortune this time around. Here we go. It is time for kickoff in the Australia Cup playoffs. Tommy Waddingham's going to get us underway for Brisbane Roar. Hit like to support the stream. Hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. Keeping you guys up to date to all the Australian football action over the off-season. Brisbane Roar get us underway. And let's glance across the field as we look at these formations. Where are players slotting in? And there you go. Looks like the graphics, the broadcast graphics have indeed duped us. Lockie Barr certainly playing centre back there. Looks like Jared Carluccio slotting into left back. We'll adjust the lineup graphics here shortly. Faisal on that left wing indeed for Perth Glory, wearing number 21, youngster making the move over from MacArthur. Plenty of new players to keep an eye on tonight. But it does appear that Jared Carluccio is playing in a left-back role for Perth Glory. Early free kick here for the Glory too. Opportunity to make an early start. Here we go. Glory's free kick. O'Neill. Oh, we've hit the crossbar within the first couple of minutes. Brandon O'Neill curling it in. Went for goal. Tried to catch out Macklin. Freak. Hits the crossbar. Away to safety. Early sight on goal for Glory. So let's keep looking around this setup here for Brisbane Roar to see how they're lining up as well. Luke Bodnar playing in midfield tonight for Perth Glory, it looks like as well. So a centre-back pairing of Lockie Barr and Majuka Dumni. Dude, I tell you what, I know a lot of people didn't really like Brisbane Roar's new kit when they revealed it, but it doesn't look too bad. I think it looks alright. Like seeing it on the field, it's that's a great throw and a great chance. Williams on target. Freak makes the save. Perth Glory with a couple early opportunities. It's going to be another set piece corner here for Perth Glory. Sam says, I know it's just their Australia Cup kit, but geez, it's got to be at the top of the list. If you ever decide to do a tier list of the worst A-League kits, it's a shocker. It's not great. It's not, don't get me wrong, it's not great, but it does look better on the field, like in action. It certainly does. 3 minutes in, Perth Glory already with a couple opportunities. Brandon O'Neill from the free kick, David Williams from close range. Sam says, on my days, the goalkeeper kit is even worse. What's going on at Brisbane Roar? Yeah, it was like a combination of green and orange, wasn't it? Macklin Freak once again in goals for Brisbane Roar this season. He was good last year. He was good. Had some great saves last season. So it looks like for Perth Glory, Tarish Walker might be playing sort of a more advanced role as that number 10. Interesting. It's one of the most interesting parts of these early pre-season games, getting a look at the tactical setups of either side. Perth Glory clearly with a lot of intention to attack here, though. Got another chance as well, Faisal. It was a good save, wasn't it? It didn't look like a save initially, but did he get a touch on it, Macklin Freak? Faisal on that left-hand side, involved in a couple little moves already for Perth Glory. They've been pretty smart with their business, Glory, picking up some young players from around Australia. There's a shaky back pass from Majuka Dumni. Puts Ollie Sale under pressure. He has to clear away. Jules says, bit of a shock. The stadium's capacity is 6,000. But only 1,100 people are actually seated. Yeah, it's just that main grandstand and then just standing room from there, isn't it? Faisal with a pretty heavy collision with Van der Sarg. What formation does it look like Brisbane Roar's playing to you guys? It might well be almost a 4-4-2 setup. 4-2-3-1 if you like. Looks like Yelicic's playing more of a number 10 role in behind Waddingham. Looks like three at the back, says Jules. Gilroy looks like he's playing a little bit more advanced. Roar looking to create the first opportunity of the game. All delivery in, no one at the back post. I think it's a huge boost for Brisbane to still have Tom Waddingham at the club. There was a lot of rumours floating around online that there was teams from Europe interested. There was even word that Ange Postecoglou's Tottenham Hotspur were interested in Tommy Waddingham, but nothing has eventuated just yet. Still plenty of time in the transfer window. The A-League transfer window doesn't close until mid-September. All right, ladies and gentlemen. There's an update to the lineups right now. This is what it looks like for either side. Fairly similar systems, if you like, sort of a 4-2-3-1 for either team. Looks like it is indeed a back four for Brisbane. Van der Sar at right back. For Cranis and Warland as those two central defenders. Corey Brown at left back. It does appear that Gilroy may be playing in a left-sided role. Although, literally as I say that, he's dropping back now in a defensive position. Here come Perth Glory. Luke Bodnar's in behind. Offside flag has stayed down. Corner. Good signs from Glory early, man. Good signs. Perth Glory were one of those funny teams last season, weren't they? Where they scored a lot of goals, but they conceded a lot of goals too. Golden Boot winner Adam Taggart not involved in the team sheet tonight for Glory, interestingly enough. Maybe not too surprising. We do often see with these playoffs a lot of key players are rested. They use this opportunity to give some game time to maybe some of the younger players. Play set. It's a back three. It looks like Corey Brown's playing in sort of that left back role. Burke Gilroy, he's certainly playing on the left hand side. Anthony Burke Gilroy. We'll keep an eye on it. It looked like at times they were sort of going to like a 4-4-2 setup, almost Brisbane Roar, but there might be a bit of fluidity in that setup. Glory looking to find an avenue down the left. Corey Brown. That's a great challenge from Brown. The timing was perfect. Brisbane with a move forward. That's a poor pass from Brown. Couldn't complete the move. Attacking with a little bit of haste there, Brisbane. And lost the ball in the end. I'm intrigued by Faisal, who's shown good glimpses so far in the opening 11 minutes. Jules, big question. Jules asks, hey, Lockie, who do you think will be the A-League top scorer for the 2024-25 season? Oh, boy. Taggart's going to be up there once again at Perth Glory. Let's see around the league. Bruno Fornaroli looks like he's sticking around at Melbourne Victory for another year, so Bruno's got to be up there again. He was good last year. I'm expecting a number of strikers to still join the A-League. I mean, there's a number of teams who really need to sign strikers, possibly Sydney, Wanderers, Newcastle. Ooh, long-range effort from Williams. Packed some power, long way out. Decent save from Macklin Freak, who's been trying to play out from the back. 12 minutes in. How are we feeling so far? Perth Glory certainly looking like the more likely. Dude, it was a decent effort from David Williams. I was surprised when he had a shot from that far out. Forcing the save from Macklin Freak. O'Shea lifting the ball over the top for Brown, who plays it into the path of Perth Glory. Here come Roar. What have they got? Brisbane Roar, maybe another one of those sides who would love to sign a couple more attackers. Anthony Gilroy playing sort of in an advanced role on that left-hand side. More traditionally a defender. As we see Brisbane Roar in possession now, knocking around the back. Does look like a back four there. You can see Ben Walland at left centre back. Courtney Brown ahead of him at left back. A lot of these forward passes for Brisbane Roar in the attacking half just going astray. Not watching the game yet. Jumanji, how's it going? How's the crowd? It's looking pretty healthy, I tell you what. That grandstand is just about full, which is awesome to see. Plenty of Darwin locals getting along to see these A-League teams in action. Could we see an A-League team in Darwin one day? Jamie McLaren to Mohan Bagan in the Indian Super League. What's your view on that? Big move for McLaren. We wish him all the best. Interesting to see him link up with some fellow Aussies too. Cummings there as well, Petratos. So I'd expect him to succeed. Do you think Di Maria is realistic? I don't think so. I think at this stage it is probably just like a crazy rumour. Hey, I'd love it. It'd be great, wouldn't it? It'd be great, but at this stage, I'm not sure. David Williams in behind on the left. Decent effort too. Left-footed strike again. On the volley. Macklin Freak had to get down to his left. There are some worrying gaps being found out in Brisbane's back line. Pressure has been relieved though for the Roar. They've won a free kick near the halfway line. Jules says, I really want Darwin FC. Never going to happen though. Yeah, feels like it'd be a long time off if it was going to ever happen. Obviously, we do have a new A-League side joining the competition next season, which is very exciting. Auckland FC, a second New Zealand team who have already made a number of signings so far in their first pre-season. Jake Brimmer, star signing alongside the likes of Dan Hall, Scott Galloway, Joey Champness and Callan Elliott returning to the A-League as well. I'm sure Lionel Messi's loving life in the MLS at the moment. Chance for Brisbane. Good opportunity here. Jelicic, oh, lovely goal against his former team. And Brisbane Roar with the first attack of the game. Scored the first goal in the playoffs for 2024. Lovely finish. Far too much space afforded for Keegan Jelicic, but he scores against his former team. Very coolly done. Brilliant play. Jay O'Shea got down the left-hand side, played it into the feet of Jelicic, and that's a really nice finish. Ollie Sale's not getting to that. We've got the first goal of the game, 1-0 to Glory. To Brisbane, in fact, not Glory. I say that because there's been Glory who's been attacking, man. Glory have been on the front foot for the opening 15 minutes, a handful of strikes. That might well be Brisbane's first shot of the game. Keegan Jelicic, 1-0. Oh, heavy challenge in the middle of the park. Van der Sar has wiped out Gamorka, I think it was. Lachlan Freak gets out to the ball. This game is already springing to life. It's a competitive matchup early in pre-season, and it's going to be the first booking of the game as well. Van der Sar with a very late challenge on Taras Gamorka in midfield. But if you're just tuning in, we've just had the first goal of the game. Keegan Jelicic curling a nice effort just inside the box to that far post. Lovely curling finish. Appreciate you guys tuning in for this first live stream of the new season. Hit like if you haven't done so already to support the channel. You can also consider sending through a super chat if you want to support. 1-0 to Brisbane Roar after 18 minutes in Darwin. Is this the beginning of the Australia Cup? It is for the A-League teams. The Australia Cup does start earlier on in the year for teams across the lower divisions around Australia. But in July is where it gets underway for the A-League teams for the final rounds, if you like. The playoffs and, of course, the round of 32 taking place next week. Here's another chance for Brisbane. Burke Gilroy on the attack for the Roar. Nice little back heel. Still there. Burke Gilroy again. Jay O'Shea has a hit. Ollie Sale has to get down to make a save. Dude, this game is springing to life. Let me tell you that right now. Roar are coming after a bit of a slow start. Jay O'Shea is hungry. Another season at Brisbane. Wearing the captain's armband, of course. Big year for O'Shea coming up, especially in regards to leadership. Tom Aldred has departed the club after he was in Queensland for the last few years as well. So Jay O'Shea, a real leader in this side now. Wow. Whoever wins qualifies for the actual Australia Cup. That is right, Jules, yes. That is how these playoffs work. The winner of this game, we do know, will play Melbourne City in the round of 32. On Saturday week. I believe it's the August 3rd, off the top of my head. Saturday, August 3rd. And the winner will host as well. The winner will host Melbourne City on that Saturday. Melbourne City going through a bit of a transition as well. A lot of players have left the club. McLaren, good. And then Arash has left as well. Who else? Tolga Arslan. That was the big one I was forgetting. Tolga Arslan as well. Australia will get a tough competition in the World Cup qualifiers this time. I hope they succeed. Hopefully they do. Fingers crossed. It is real tough, hey. Socceroos, the qualifying draw this round is tough for Australia once again, coming up against some real powerhouses in Asian football in Saudi Arabia and Japan especially. Tough matches, man. But hopefully Australia can secure that top 2 finish and secure their place in the World Cup. NRL on top. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Says, I think it'll be Brisbane Roar 4-0 at the end. Well, they did make a sleepy start, but yeah, they're well and truly turning it on now, the Roar. A little bit of concern in that back line. There was a bit of space opening up. It's a new centre-back partnership of Kranis and Warland at centre-back. They're playing out from the back at the moment. Roar, and that's certainly a foul. Faisal tugging back Van der Sar. Who do you think is the best team in this match tonight? Or just in the A-League altogether? Going to the first Australia. NRL on top says, I'm going to the first Australia qualifier. 3rd round match. Love it. That would be the Gold Coast one, right? Great to see that the Socceroos are heading to some places that they maybe haven't been to in a while. Heading to Gold Coast in September and then Adelaide in October, which is great. Joshy says, I've been meaning to ask you this, but I used to like Matt Mackay when I was younger. What type of midfielder did he used to be at Brisbane? Matt Mackay, Brisbane Roar legend. He played. He was sort of a box-to-box midfielder during those Raw Salona years in the early 2010s. He played. Brisbane Roar sort of played a midfield three, and he played in a sort of the left side of centre midfield, if you like. Matt Mackay. He was a left footer. Featured at the 2014 World Cup for the Socceroos as well. Matt Mackay. Or the captain's armband for a number of years as well, Mackay. Fantastic player in his day. He was great. He was fantastic. What's he up to now, Matt Mackay? I have no idea. Does anyone know what Matt Mackay's up to? He's probably coaching or something. Jules asks, do you think McCalmont will succeed? In place of Josh Nisbet for the Mariners? Hey, hopefully. I mean, Mark Jackson knows him. The coach knows him from his time in England as Bert Gilroy with a good opportunity. His shot goes over the bar for Brisbane. And Ben Halloran is staying down hurt here. But just to go back to that comment there, yeah, I'm really curious to see how McCalmont goes. I mean, he's played plenty of football in England's lower divisions, but looks like a real hard-working midfielder and potentially that Josh Nisbet replacement. So, like I said, though, Mark Jackson and his assistant coaches who've had time at Leeds would know him from Leeds and know what he's all about. And I've got to trust that they're making the right move by bringing McCalmont into Mariners as well. Hey, so Ben Halloran, he's still down. He looks all right. He's having a chat to the referees as he's just sat on the turf. He's not happy with the treatment. Ben Halloran. Returning to Brisbane, he was there many, many years ago. Obviously, he's been at Adelaide for the last few years. Ben Halloran, very experienced A-League player. Decent player as well on his day. Very, very solid. Very reliable wide player, Ben Halloran. He is receiving treatment. We're having a replay of that challenge. It was a little bit nasty too. It was Faisal who came in late with the challenge as well. Maybe just catching the ankle there of Halloran, it would have been a painful one for sure. So we're going to get back underway here. Someone focus the camera. Has the camera gone out of focus for you guys? In the broadcast? I think it's all right now. The camera was totally out of focus there for a second. So Ben Halloran's all right, which is good to see. That's a nice play. Ben Halloran on the right. Has to go back here. Brisbane are building nicely. Vandersark should have kept going there. He went for it. It was one pass too many. He had some space. He should have just gone himself. Jelic is going to win that. He's gone down too. And that's going to be a free kick. I don't know if I agree with that decision. I think Carlucci is a little bit hard done by there. There's not much he could do. He's just going in for the challenge. Have a look at this replay. That's not a foul. That's never a foul. Two players going in for the ball. He wasn't even that aggressive with his movement. He was just going in to just sort of trap the ball. So Perth Glory got numbers back here to defend the set piece. Jay O'Shea, the classic set piece taker for Brisbane, always reliable when it comes to dead ball situations. Dangerous delivery. Flicked away though. This is our first sight of A-League teams in competitive action. Two teams who finished in the bottom four last season. Perth Glory picking up the wooden spoon in 12th. Brisbane Roar finishing 9th. Teams finishing 10th and 11th in Newcastle Jets and West United respectively. They are playing their playoff match tomorrow at this same ground. We won't be doing a live watch along for that one, but check out Dom's Ball Chat if you want to check out a watch along of that game tomorrow night. He will be doing a live stream for that one. Again, the camera goes a bit out of focus on the broadcast. Corey Brown with a throw. Brisbane Roar still having Plenty of numbers forward. It's going to break down from the note. Dude, this is... Okay, this is getting bad now. This camera's like really out of focus. The broadcast camera's seriously out of focus. This is... And the camera's not moving. Okay, now it is. I was a bit worrying for a second there. I hope the camera operator's okay. The camera just didn't move for a second at all. 25 degrees Celsius in Darwin tonight. Oh, terrible goal kick from Sale. What is he doing? Giving it away to Brisbane. Glory of numbers back. What was he thinking? He's going low across the ground. Since that, I mean, opening 15 minutes for Brisbane, man, they were really quiet. And it was all Perth Glory. David Williams with a couple of good opportunities. Since then, though, Brisbane have had the momentum. And Go can't keep the ball in play. Perth Glory. He's been heavily involved tonight on that left-hand side. As has Jay O'Shea, linking things up really nicely so far. A little bit of concern here, potentially for Corey Brown, who has stayed down. It was Faisal again for the second time. And look at the way Brisbane Roar's bench really blew up there. Faisal, that was a mirror image of the move that he had made on, was it Ben Halloran about 5-10 minutes ago. He's now received a booking, Faisal. Arguably could have received a booking for the first challenge, but exactly the same to what he did to Ben Halloran, sort of arriving late, that boot just that little bit raised. Joshy says, no, not Corey Brown. He has a player who has struggled with injuries over the years. Half an hour in, it's Brisbane 1, Perth Glory 0 in the Australia Cup playoffs. The winner of this match will go through to host Melbourne City in the round of 32, which gets underway next week. Plenty of big matchups in the round of 32, man. Huge matchups. Blacktown City of Adelaide United, Brisbane City of Western Sydney Wanderers. Sydney SC away to Oakley Cannons. Two teams who have met before in the Cup. So a little impromptu drinks break. Don't think that was planned. And we are set to get back underway here. Corey Brown, is he good to continue? Do not want to pick up any serious injuries at this stage. Joshy asked, do you reckon Corey Brown should be my captain in Football Manager? I assume that's what you mean there by FN, Football Manager. No, it's got to be Jay O'Shea, right? Got to be Jay O'Shea. But, I mean, next in line, probably Corey Brown. He's very experienced and he's had many years at Brisbane. Good leader. Halloran, nice little move there. Which you can't control. Luke Bodnar drives it forward, and that's a good ball over the top for David Williams, who stayed on side. David Williams. In off the left. Oh, dude, referee. Oh, and he hasn't even stopped the game. Oh, that was bad. Dude, the ball came in for Bodnar, and the referee straight up blocked him. That's just unfortunate. That's just unfortunate. There's a number of these players on either side who have played for the other team. Perth Glory spent time at Perth Glory a couple of years ago. Jelicic was at Perth a couple of years ago as well, under Ruben Zagovic when he was there as well. So the Roar hold the lead in this matchup. David Williams has just had a shot from 60 metres out, and I tell you what, it wasn't that far off. I think he's already had 5 shots tonight, David Williams, in just over half an hour. Every time he gets the ball, he's like, should I have a go? Should I have a go? He was well in his own half there, and he was like, I'm going to have a pop. I'm going to have a pop. Really good turnout in Darwin tonight. Crowd looking pretty healthy. Grandstand pretty much full by the looks of things. This is the second year in a row, I'm pretty sure, that the playoffs have been played in Darwin. Melbourne Victory were involved last season against Newcastle Jets. Perth Glory and Macarthur in the other playoff. Glory lost last year's playoff, 4-0 to Macarthur. And they're a team who are really familiar with the playoffs as well. They've struggled in the last few years in the A-League, so they've had to go through the playoffs when it comes to the Australia Cup. So they would love the opportunity to get back into the Cup competition and give it a run. They did make it to the Australia Cup final once, a few years ago against Adelaide. They did end up losing. Jelicic, nice move. Once again, back on loan at Brisbane Roar this season, Keegan Jelicic, from his club in Belgium. About 10 minutes to go in this half. Brisbane 1, Glory 0. We'll do some halftime griddle as well. For those that don't know, griddle is like a A-League player guessing game, and we like to play it at halftime here on stream, so we'll give that a go as well, hey? Marcus says Adam LaFondra has left Hibs. Interesting. Interesting. I haven't seen that. Yeah, we'll definitely play some griddle. I think I just missed a chance. Macklin Freak is celebrating. When Faisal looks frustrated. Let's have a look at this replay. Williams. Nice pass. Oh. Good reflexes. And the shot comes in as well from the corner. Bodnar goes wide for another corner. So Faisal for Perth Glory is wearing number 21. Probably been their best player tonight. He's looked very dangerous. Very keen to get involved. Great pace. Gomulka outswinging corner to absolutely no one. Bodnar will regather. Bodnar is not ideal. Faisal's a little bit of rustiness in this game tonight, which is look, it's still very early in pre-season, we should say. So they'll clear out a lot of this rustiness before the A-League season gets underway on October 18. Long ball from Williams will find Faisal. He keeps it in. Not quite. Goal kick. So, Glory need a little bit more if they want to break through here. Find this equaliser. So far, it's Brisbane Roar who are holding on to this lead. Macklin Freak has been tested on a number of occasions tonight. What happened to Michael Rojas after leaving Victory? Didn't see him play for like a year. Yeah, he's gone on an interesting journey, Michael Rojas. Now at Wellington Phoenix. He has joined Wellington for the new season. He was on the books at Brisbane Roar for the second half of last year as well. Last season, I should say. Spent some time over in Chile as well, I'm pretty sure. Dan in the chat says, let's go Perth. Good morning here from Brazil. Wow, tuning in from Brazil. Hope all is going well over there. Thanks for tuning in, Dan. Here come Glory. Look at the pace of Faisal. Down the right and shooting. Forcing a good save from Macklin Freak. Faisal again. Over the top from O'Neill. Good ball. Great chance. Glory. Surely. Williams has equalised. The offside flag stays down. Lovely play from Perth, who find the equaliser. Brandon O'Neill with a little chip ball over the top. Was it Joshy Risdon arriving just on the byline, and David Williams there to finish it off. Tap in indeed. Perth equalise 1-1. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a game on our hands tonight. Great ball over the top. And the pass across. It was indeed Josh Risdon. The two experienced A-League players linking up. Josh Risdon back at the club. Delivering. Finding David Williams, who scored one of the easiest goals of his long A-League career. Great goal. Great goal. Jules says that looked offside. Hard to tell from that camera angle, to be fair. It is a bit of a weird camera angle too. We're not exactly in line with the halfway line. So 1-1. This game so far now feels fairly evenly balanced. Perth Glory maybe just still having the edge in terms of the number of chances they've had. I imagine they've racked up more shots, Perth. As we edge closer to half-time, Bodnar caught a possession. Chance here for Brisbane. Waddingham shoots. It's a crucial block from Brandon O'Neill, and it'll be a corner for Brisbane. What happened to Nick D'Agostino as well? I believe Nick D'Agostino is still playing his football over in Denmark. He's in Denmark, isn't he? At Viking? Yeah, pretty sure he's still there. Same club as Gianni Stensness, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty sure. If I'm mistaken, someone correct me. Corner for Brisbane. Punched away. That's a foul, surely. Free kick here for Brisbane. Of course, if at the end of 90 minutes it is still level. Oh, it's in Norway. Thanks for the correction, Marcus. Norway. He's playing in Norway. There you go. We do have a few Aussie players playing in Denmark, though. Mohamed Toure recently secured a move to Randers in Denmark, as well as Paul Izzo. Where is... that's the big question, isn't it? That's the big question, gaming. Where is Adam Taggart? Who knows? Maybe having an extended break. Who knows? He was involved with the Socceroos in their most recent qualifiers, where they played over in Bangladesh and in Perth. Golden Boot winner in the A-League last season, Adam Taggart. Not involved in the squad tonight for Perth. But who knows? Maybe he's carrying a bit of an injury as well. Having a few drinks in Hawaii. Yeah, maybe. Definitely, certainly warmer in Hawaii than it is now in Australia. Even in Perth, I'm sure. Will we get one more goal before half-time, ladies and gentlemen? We should have quite a few minutes of injury time. We've had a few stoppages. A couple of players down with injuries. No substitutions made in the first half. And go for Perth Glory has been pretty quiet. Faisal has been involved. The more involved of the two wingers. But then Go wearing number 26, playing on that left-hand side now. They've swapped flanks. Forward pass from Risdon. Can't find anyone. Again, another instance of this sloppiness. And again, Halloran's given the ball away. Possession swapping sides rapidly here. Tarash Kamorka, another one of these players. He was at Brisbane last year as well. Jules says it's absolutely freezing here in New South Wales. Yes, it's been cold. It's been cold. The nights have been cold. No foul on Jelicic. Glory can drive forward here and go on the left. Nice defending from Van der Sar. Interesting to see that Harry Van der Sar preferred it right back over the experienced Jack Hingett. Jack Hingett, who's been at Brisbane Roar for over a decade now. Van der Sar, the younger option. I'm sure there's more new signings to arrive at both clubs over the remaining months of the transfer window. Bodnar for Perth Glory. He's made some good passes in midfield so far tonight. This one breaks down for Glory once again. Watchalong chasing a stray ball. He doesn't have much support. He's getting it now, though. Here's a chance for Brisbane. It's Jelicic arriving. It's a great challenge. It's a corner. They want the penalty. Jelicic is pleading with the referee, as is Watchalong. They want the penalty. Keegan Jelicic can't believe it. I mean, dude, it looked pretty clean. They seem adamant that it was a penalty. Maybe a handball. Ben Abraham's not changing his mind. It's a corner. Joshy says pen. Here's the replay. Did he get the ball? The replay is not really... Here we go. It's a better angle. Ooh, tell you what. It did not look like Majegadumni got the ball there. If anything, he collected the man and did not even touch the ball. Gaming says no foul. It's a football challenge. Marcus says I'm not sure. NRL on top says pen. Here's a corner for Brisbane. Of course, no VAR. No VAR in the Australia Cup. Here's a chance for Glory. Kamorka, what a run this is. Tarash Kamorka laying it off for Faisal. Glory, counter-attack. Faisal with the pace and the dribbling. Cutting in and shooting. Oh my gosh, dude, what a goal that would have been. Faisal, who has been electric in this Perth Glory debut so far. That would have capped off a brilliant half for the youngster. Dude, is he cramping up in the first half? How often do you see players cramping up in the first half? Look, he's worked hard. But, mate, we haven't even played 45 minutes. Faisal receiving some treatment. What's still 1-1, but easily could have been 2-1 for Perth Glory. Plenty of drama in this first half. There's been a lot of action. A penalty shout here at the end. A nice goal from Keegan Jelicic. And then a good team goal from Perth Glory as well. Perth Glory, you'd imagine, would have racked up more shots by this stage. But I tell you what, number 21 he's come from MacArthur SC. Number 21 for Perth Glory, Faisal, has been electric tonight. He's been fantastic. Best player on the park so far for me. Give him some pickle juice and play on, says Joshy. That's right. But it's quite rare. Hey, you never see players cramping up this early on. Usually see that in the last 10 minutes or so of the match. It's still in the first half. So 2 minutes of injury time seems pretty short for me. We did have a lot of stoppages in that first period. Brisbane have been pretty patient with their build-up play too. They've done a lot of this tonight, just knocking the ball around the back. Perth Glory looking pretty eager to press high though. So, that may draw us to the end of the half. It will indeed. Half time in Darwin. Brisbane 1, Perth 1. Really entertaining playoff match so far. The winner of this playoff match will go through to the round of 32 to host Melbourne City. The loser is out. They will not feature in the Australia Cup for 2024. Griddle, that's right. Let's play some Griddle. We're going to do some halftime Griddle in just a minute. Jump in the chat, say g'day. What are your thoughts on this match so far? Hit like if you haven't done so already. How are we feeling? How are we feeling? 17th minute, Keegan Yellerchit scoring a really nice goal. Curling effort to that far post. David Williams late on in the half, 38th minute. Scoring a nice team goal as well. So Faisal, though, I mean, he's receiving plenty of the high fives and the pats on the back from teammates. Faisal was fantastic in that first half, man. He was the one that really impressed. Initially on that left-hand side, then on the right. Swapping flanks at times. Brilliant. Marcus reckons it'll go to extra time. I can see it happening. Maybe a couple more goals in the second half and then maybe extra time from there. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at this rate. These teams seem pretty equally matched, which is great. So, has anyone played Griddle today? For those that don't know, Griddle is it's griddlegame.com. It's a A-League player guessing game. And we're going to play in just a minute. Gaming says, I think it's going to be Brisbane 2, Perth 2, and then Pens. Will we get a penalty shootout tonight in the playoffs? A little bit of drama. In case you missed it earlier on, we announced that this Friday we are going to be doing a live stream Friday midday, 12 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. We're doing a live review of the first Matildas game in the Olympics. They are taking on Germany at 3 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So we're going to be live on midday that day. Hopefully you guys get your sleep in after the kickoff in the middle of the night, and tune in for a midday lunchtime live stream on Friday. I'd love to see you guys there for it. Mike's got 6 out of 9 in Griddle. That's all right. That's all right. All right, it is Griddle time, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get this up and running. And we're going to test our A-League knowledge live on stream here. And you can play this yourself if you'd like on Griddle Game, griddlegame.com, made by the wonderful folks over at Ultimate A-Leagues. And we've got some interesting clubs and stats lined up for us, as we always have. Okay, we've got Melbourne victory here. Melbourne Gold Coast United, Western United there as well. Goalkeepers with 20+ clean sheets. Player of the season, 3+ finals games. Gold Coast United's going to be the tricky one, man. It's really going to be testing the memory, isn't it? Joshy says Perth's number 27 and 31 are unnamed on Google, so maybe new players? Perhaps. I think I've got some young players named on the bench. Surely Thomas for clean sheets, says Jordan. Lawrence Thomas, you'd think so. Hey, Jordan also says Roar very rusty in the first 15. I agree. But then played really well for the next 30. Unlucky with the pen call. 1-1 fair scoreline. Agree with you there, Jordan. That's a fair assessment of that first half. And yeah, by the looks of that replay, it looked like a pretty clear-cut penalty. So I think Brisbane were indeed quite unlucky with that call. Of course, no VAR in the Australia Cup. All right, let's jump into this. Where should we start? Player of the season and a player who has 20-plus clean sheets. A player of the season. Maybe Galakovic? Perhaps? Eugene Galakovic. There we go. Good start. Let's go. We'll go Gold Coast next. Player of the season at Gold Coast. Oh goodness me. I mean, maybe Shane Smelts. Perhaps. No. No Shane Smelts. He did not win Player of the Season at Gold Coast. I was mistaken. Player of the Season at Western United. Diamante? I imagine so. Who won it last year for them? I don't even know who won it last year. Diamante has won Player of the Season at Western. Gold Coast United in three or more final games. 3 or more finals games here for Gold Coast United. If we're just tuning in, it is half-time in the Australia Cup playoffs between Brisbane Roar and Perth Glory. 1-1. And our half-time entertainment is watching me try to test my A-League knowledge. Here we go. Gold Coast United, 3+ finals games. Ben Halloran played for Gold Coast. He's on the field tonight for Brisbane. But did he play 3+ finals? Maybe someone like Zenon Caravella. I'm gonna go Caravella. Hey, 4. Wow. Huge. That's a huge get. And this one's easy. Adama Traore has played for both clubs, isn't he? Adama Traore has played for both Gold Coast and Melbourne Victory. So we slipped on Shane Smelts. Let's try and 8 out of 9 is still on the cards here. 3+ finals games for Western United. You can just go for a player who featured in that finals campaign for them. So Jamie Young, right? Jamie Young. There we go. Melbourne Victory and Western United. Let's come back to that one. That'll be easy. 3+ finals games and a goalkeeper who has 20+ clean sheets. Okay, there's got to be heaps that we can go for there. We're going to go Redmayne. There we go. Plenty of 13 finals games for Redmayne. A lot of those with Sydney FC, of course. 20+ goalkeeper clean sheets for Melbourne Victory. Jordan before said to Thomas. There's probably a number of goalkeepers we can go for, but Lawrence Thomas is surely a decent pick. Lawrence Thomas, 29. And then lastly, to finish it off here, Melbourne Victory and Western United, a player who has played for both of those clubs. Let's go for the man himself, one of the great strikers in A-League history, Besart Borussia, 8 out of 9 today. Who did we miss in player of the season at Gold Coast United? Oh my, Jason Kalina and Michael Thwaite. There you go. I've got to remember that for next time. So that's the thing. You get it wrong, and then they show you can check out the answers so you can remember for next time. Jason Kalina, there you go. I completely forgot that he played for Gold Coast. And Michael Thwaite, there you go. There you go. Joel also suggested Besart Borussia for Victory in West United. Jordan said Besart as well. So there we go. I'm pretty happy with that. How close was I? This middle square was the interesting one. I'm glad I got that. There's only a handful of players that have played more than 3 finals games for Gold Coast. Some iconic A-League players here. Bruce Jitte is there. Dino Julbic, Taj Minikin, Steve Pantelides, yeah, Glenn Moss, Shane Smelts, Michael Thwaite. Interesting. And how many players, just out of curiosity here, let's have a look. I've played for both Gold Coast and Non-Victory. Quite a few there. Brillante, yeah. Moss, of course. Pantelides, yeah. Adama Traore was the one that came to mind first. So there you go. 8 out of 9. We'll take that. Let me know how you guys went in Griddle today. You can play at griddlegame.com. It's good fun. Gaming asks, what do you think of Marcelo Carusca? One of Adelaide's great midfield players of all time. He was fantastic. He was great. one of the stars of Adelaide's midfield in the sort of the mid-2010s, wasn't he? All right. Second half not too far away in this one. We'll keep an eye on if there's any changes heading into this second half. But Brisbane Roar, as we've... it was interesting, sort of the opening stages of the matches, sort of shuffling around these formations, having a look at how they were setting up. And interestingly enough, it was Anthony Burke-Gilroy sort of playing in that more advanced role on that left-hand side, ahead of Courtney Brown. Sorry, Courtney Brown. Harry van der Sar putting in a decent shift at right back tonight as well. Brisbane Roar debuts for both Kranis and Warland in centre back as well. Ben Halloran returning to the club for his first game back tonight as well. But it's been all about Faisal at Perth Glory. He's been great in the wide positions. Even that midfield has been looking pretty solid as well for them, Perth Glory. Some nice movement, some nice ball movement through the middle with O'Neill, Gamuka and Bodnar. Carluccio, not a usual left-back option, but he is slotting in at left-back tonight. Byron Majika-Dumni in the centre-back there. And Risdon with a nice assist late on in that half. G'day, Troy. Troy says, tough griddle. My knowledge on those dissolved clubs isn't that good considering I'm 29. Matt Ryan for top middle. Always love chucking in a Mariners player there. Jordan says, my heart stopped for a second when Williams tried that halfway line shot. We all know he has that up his sleeve. Dude, it wasn't that far away, was it, Jordan? I mean, it was close. When he went for it, I was like, what are you doing, David? He was having to go from like 60 metres out. And then to look at the goal, I was like, oh, like if it was on target, he probably would have scored. Because Macklin Freak was backtracking. If it was on target, it probably would have gone in. Of course, we saw an incredible goal scored last season in the A-League, Terry Antonis, scoring from halfway against his former team, Western Sydney Wanderers. The kit's not great, is it, Joel? I assume you're talking about the Brisbane kit, Joel. I assume so. Butter says I'm going for Perth just so I don't have to see any more of that abysmal kit. Yeah, it's an interesting choice, that's for sure. It looks like a training shirt. You know, that's what it looks like. Brisbane's jersey tonight, their cup kit just looks like a training kit. You know. Gaming asked Brice Kamel, is he still at Perth or did he leave? He has departed Perth, yes. Brice Kamel no longer at Perth Glory. Who is the most underrated player in A-League men's history, asks Marcus. Oh, that's a huge question. In A-League men's history? Tell you what, I'll go Mariners players just because that'll narrow it down for me. Because that's a big question if we're asking of all time. There's been some fantastic underrated Mariners players over the years, man. Trent Sainsbury was pretty underrated in Mariners championship year in 2013. I think Storm Roo, the last couple of years, Mariners winning the championship, Storm Roo has been really, really underrated, I think. He's been key for the Mariners over the last few years. He's probably up there. What about you guys? You guys got any suggestions for most underrated A-League men's player of all time? Does your prediction stand from your video? Yeah, well, it does. My prediction was 3-2 Brisbane. I'm sticking with that for now. Butter says, I wish clubs took the Australia Cup kits more seriously. Butter says, can you please predict us to come last again so we can have a good season again? Wellington. It is interesting. It's interesting seeing a lot of comments online from Wellington Phoenix fans, and a lot of them seem pretty negative about this season. They've lost some key players, but they'll bring some personnel in for sure. There's still plenty of time in the off season, and I think they'll do all right. They've still got a decent spine of players there. Scott Wooten, Alex Roof is still there, David Ball, Costa Barbarouses. So, Mariners lost plenty of players after they won the grand final a couple of years ago now. Last year, they signed some more players, but kept that spine there and still did pretty well. Speaking of Mariners, Troy says, sad we are losing so many players even after our best ever season, but it makes sense. Are you confident we will sign some good players and academy players that will have to step up? Yeah, man. I'm happy with the signings that we've made so far. McCalmont's an interesting one. I trust that Mark Jackson is, bringing him in for a specific reason and a specific role, and I trust that he thinks that he's the right man to slot into midfield. Pavlicic is an interesting signing as a goalkeeper. There's rumours that we were going to get Mark Berry-Giddy, didn't get him, and Adam Pavlicic with a chance to step up. We are ready for the second half, ladies and gentlemen. Australia Cup watch-along, our first watch-along of the new season. Perth Glory is going to get us underway in this second half. Here we go. 45 minutes remaining, potentially more. If the scores stay locked, we'll be going to extra time. It's Brisbane 1, Perth 1 as we kick off the second half. Have we seen any changes yet? Second half is underway. Got to go top up the water. Doesn't look like we have any substitutions at this stage in the second half. National Soccer League, that is indeed right. It's a big question, Marcus. Who starts, Pavlicic or Wachowski? What signings do you think each A-League men's club needs? I think Sydney need a striker and maybe another defensive midfielder for your side, for your team there, Marcus. But yeah, to your first question there, Marcus. It's really open, hey, because they're sort of two backup keepers. At least they have been for most of their A-League careers. But you get the sense that it'll probably be Pavlicic. I'd like to see Wachowski get a run. But with Pavlicic being a new signing, I think he might be the first choice, yeah. But it says one outlandish signing I want this offseason is Keylor Navas. That'd be great. Legendary goalkeeper. That'd be cool. Wellington Phoenix would love a good goalkeeper. That's who they need to sign. They need to bring in another keeper. Here's Brisbane. Turning effort from Waddingham. Easy save for Sale. Brisbane Roar taking this measured approach here. Very patient on the ball. Whereas Perth Glory have been a bit more intentional and a bit more aggressive when they're in possession. But Gilroy enjoying a bit of freedom in this more attacking role, eh? Gaming says Tommy Waddingham needs good service to play good. You're not wrong. I mean, there's good playmakers around him. Jelacic, O'Shea, Allerin as well. Got the ingredients there for a decent attack. Here come Perth Glory. Good opportunity too, and go! Great chance. I think he shot it into his own teammate, I think, there. And go. Coming off that right-hand side. Perth Glory is certainly taking a youthful approach once again this year. Plenty of young players in the squad. Troy says, I work with someone whose son is coached by Wachowski at under 12s. Love to see him get more game time. Also heard Ben Seagreast from Celtic could sign for an A-League club as he wants to move here. Interesting. I have not seen that. But it says rank these three based off their time in the A-League. Matty Ryan, Joe Gauci, Alex Paulson. That's tough. That's tough, Butter. That's really, really tough. Going to come back to that. Brisbane with a great opportunity. How has it missed everyone? Oh, dangerous cross. Flying across the face of goal. Somehow no one in a Brisbane jersey got a touch on it. Perth can go on the counter-attack. But that's a really tough question. It really is tough. I'm going to have to... Oh, man. As a Mariners fan, I want to say Matty Ryan 1, but I think I'm going to go Gauchi as 1. And then... Oh, dude, it's gonna sound crazy as a Mariners fan. I'm gonna go Paulson 2 and then Ryan 1. Ryan 3. Which, don't get me wrong, Matty Ryan, incredible, fantastic for the Mariners. But Alex Paulson, oh, great chance! Oh my God, huge handball. That's a certain handball. I mean, that could be a red, right? Dude, here we are having this discussion, this thoughtful discussion. Corey Brown has just handled the ball clearly. I mean, is that not a straight red? The ball was going in the net. Oh, he's off. Yep, there it is. There's the red. Oh, dude, I mean, I can't complain. I don't think Brisbane can complain. That's a fair call. Corey Brown's off. I mean, he's handled the ball and it was going to go in. It's a red card. Corey Brown is off. Huge blow for Brisbane. And Perth Glory have a huge opportunity here from the penalty spot. Huge drama early on in the second half of this Australia Cup playoff match in Darwin. Have a look. Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, it's as clear as daylight. It's an easy call. He almost intentionally swung the arm down to block it. Just like a reflex thing, Corey Brown. What is he thinking? And stepping up, well, it's going to be the guy who's been so impressive tonight, the youngster Faisal, number 21, to score his first professional goal. It's in! Off the upright and in. Almost came back out. A nervous one, but Faisal has his first goal for Perth Glory from the penalty spot. What a debut for the youngster. And Perth Glory are up a goal and up a player too. Dude, what a penalty too. Off the post and in. Macklin Freak thought he was able to keep it out. Definitely crossed the line though. Jules says Brisbane are falling apart. Tom says no, Corey Brown. 2-1 to Perth Glory. And Brisbane Roar have it all to do. After having a player sent from the field. Oh, chance for the no. It's opened up at the back here. Great chance for Brisbane. It's Jelicic. What a block. Are you kidding me? What a block from Riston. Body on the line. That is incredible. That's the experience for you right there. He was right place, right time. Got himself in the road. Jelicic had to score. And Josh Riston has somehow blocked it. Oh, what a block. That's incredible. Well, this game has erupted. Corner for Brisbane. Almost in. It's flicked wide. It's another corner. Whoa. Dude. This game is well and truly picked up now. Brisbane Roar have had a player sent from the field. Faisal scores his first goal for Perth Glory from the penalty spot. Another corner here for Brisbane. Whipped in, away at the near post. Glory. Can they hit on the counter? Faisal goes down. The forward pass for Ngo is good. He's got Williams ahead of him. Perth could go too clear here. They've got numbers forward, and Go lays it off. It's Faisal again. Oh, what a finish! 3-1. Faisal, electric. What a goal, what a move, what a play, and what a debut. He's pulling up with cramp, but this is a magical display from Faisal, who has just gone the length of the field and finished off an incredible move. It's 3-1 in this second half. We can't keep up with it. And Jules said it, didn't he? Jules says as soon as that red card happened for Brisbane, they are falling apart. Look at the counter-attack. They had the players there. And Go held it up nicely. What a finish. Faisal, this youngster from MacArthur SC that Perth Glory brought over to the club. This is one of the most impressive debuts I've seen at an A-League club. This is a young player taking his opportunity. He scored 2 goals tonight in just a couple minutes. Hopefully he can continue. He's pulled up with cramp. But this, wow, what a dramatic last few minutes. Brisbane Roar looks set to make some changes. They really have to if they want to get themselves back into this game. What a goal, though, from Faisal. He's still down being treated. Calf muscle, perhaps, being treated here. Wow. What a game to start the Australia Cup indeed, Newey Jets. So, Brisbane Roar have made a change. It looks like it is Jack Hingett who's on into left back. Jack Hingett is on. We'll keep an eye on who has come off. Potentially Anthony Burke-Gilroy. He may have been the one sacrificed. It looks like it is. But Perth Glory, incredible. What an opening few minutes to this second half. Perth Glory with a 2-goal lead and Brisbane reduced to just 10 players after Corey Brown received a straight red card. Can't complain, man. Can't complain. It was a clear red, but Faisal, what a couple minutes for the youngster. I mean, that was just blistering. Incredible too, because Brisbane almost scored in between those 2 goals too. It was just mayhem. End-to-end action here. We knew that there was going to be goals and chaos in this playoff match. And Brisbane, they've earned a free kick near the halfway line. They needed to settle things down here and get some control back in this game. Newey Jets says, hopefully tomorrow night will be another thriller. Hopefully. Newcastle Jets West United tomorrow night. Do you think Central Coast Mariners can do another treble? Or the three-peat? I think there's a chance we could do the three-peat, get another championship. Still got a great group of players at Mariners, and Mark Jackson has proved himself to be a very good coach indeed. Fantastic coach. Another treble is a huge ask, especially in the Asian Champions League elite now. Bosch says, I love Abu Faisal. Dude, I'm just stunned. I mean, what a debut. It looks like he has come from the field, in fact. Because on the ball now is Nathaniel Blair. So the dream debut has come to an end for Faisal. 2 goals. Capping off an electric display from the winger. I mean, he could have had a couple goals in the first half too. But it looks like it is Nathaniel Blair on that left wing. He was at Western Sydney Wanderers last season. He's in go for Perth. Inside for Gamulka. Brisbane deal with it. Cameron asks, who got sent off? Corey Brown. Corey Brown is off for Brisbane. They have made a change at left back as well. Brisbane, they've shifted Jack Hingett into left back. Dude, Brisbane just looking really frail at the back now. Perth Glory looking dangerous every time they get forward, don't they? No worries, Cameron. Thanks for jumping in the chat, man. Good to see all you guys here in the live chat tonight for this match. It's our first live watch along for the new season. There we go. We've got our updated lineup graphics here. Jack Hingett into left back. So Brisbane with one less attacker. The Perth Glory. Looks like Nathaniel Blair's coming to the pitch. Gaming a bit earlier asked, do you think Patrick Kanobe will win Victory title? I think there's a serious chance he could, man. Victory still have a fantastic crop of players, and I mean Patrick Kanobe, he knows how to achieve success in the A League. So, yeah, look, obviously it's a controversial decision to appoint a former City manager and player, but the dude knows how to achieve success in the A League. Hey. Back to preseason for the Roar. It's a long. I mean, that's the other thing. Hey, when you get knocked out of the playoffs, it's a long time without competitive football. Looks like Harry van der Saga's pulling up with cramp as well. A little bit concerning, considering they just already brought on Jack Hingett. Might need to make another defensive change. Jordan says going to be completely opposite Australia Cup campaigns for us, comparing this year and last year. Yeah, dude, Perth Glory got smashed last year. 4-0, right, to MacArthur FC. So, stark contrast this time around. Stan Lazaridis having a little word to Faisal. Stan Lazaridis involved pretty heavily in the football department at Perth Glory. Seen the photos of Farrell and Portsmouth. Yeah, it looks like it'll happen. Hey, Jag Farrell to Portsmouth. Looks like it'll happen. Is Ryan Edmondson staying at the Mariners? Yes. He's contracted for another year. So we have got a couple of changes here. Zimmerino is on against his former team as well. Adrian Zimmerino struggled to get game time last season at Perth Glory. He is onto the field. West United a dark horse? Yeah, I think so. I really like the signing of Hiroshi Basuki. And look, I mean, tomorrow night will be interesting to see how Western go against the Jets. Very curious to see how they line up and how they perform. Still got plenty of football to play. That is the positive for Brisbane Roar. They are down a player and down 2 goals. Could they complete a miracle comeback here? 3-1 down. All over the top here to the left towards Zimmerino. Reuniting with Ruben Zakovic at Brisbane. He was contracted at Perth for the last few years. Looks like Louis Zabala has slotted into right back to replace Van der Sar as well. Oh, ball in, dangerous ball too. Oh, it's in! It's number 4 for Perth. Nathaniel Blair scores his first goal for Perth Glory. Dude, it looked like a nothing ball whipped in, and Nathaniel Blair has slid in and scored. Number 4. Perth Glory looks set to cruise into the Australia Cup round of 32. They are tearing apart Brisbane Roar right now, man. Wow. The delivery from Williams was incredible. What a fantastic ball. And the sliding finish from Blair, who got there ahead of Zabala. Remarkable, man. Perth Glory 4-1. What a goal. This well and truly is a stark contrast from last year for Perth Glory, where they lost 4-0 against MacArthur FC in Darwin this time last year. Brisbane with a free kick opportunity. Jay O'Shea, something has to come from this for Brisbane. Towards the far post, headed towards goal. Bouncing around. Still there, dude. Majuka Dumni finally gets it clear. With this, and there's really promising signs if you're a Glory fan, man. Ahead of this new season, under the leadership of David Zrilic, new head coach. Chance here on the right-hand side. Zabala is in the box, up from right back. Still in possession, and he's earned a corner for his side. Dude, there's still so much time too, eh? $23 minutes or so to play still. Brisbane with another set-piece opportunity. They just have to find something here if they've got any hope of coming back. Matthew says, I'm concerned for the Bulls. Who could they sign? I mean, they've still got a decent squad there. I don't mind the signings that they have made so far. I mean, Economides, Bratton, Yakalish as well. William Rose is back at the club. And still got a decent group of players there. So I think the starting 11 is still pretty well covered. Maybe another attacker would be good for the Bulls. Current lineup's just refreshed. We've got Zimmerino playing on that left-hand side for Brisbane Roar. Looking to provide a bit of a spark. Coletti's come from the field, as well as Van der Sar. The Perth Glory in a really nice position now where they can just relax on the ball. Take their time moving forward. Charlie, you can catch the game on 10 Play. Free to watch in Australia. The tempo of the game has just slowed down slightly compared to the frantic opening 15 minutes or so in the second half. But from here, 20 minutes to go for Brisbane to make the most miraculous comeback. I mean, if Brisbane come back from here, it's one of the all-time great Australia Cup comebacks. That's good play. O'Shea trying to... Oh, it's still going. Jay O'Shea, what a run! The shot is blocked and is cleared away. That would have been an incredible goal from O'Shea. Dude, I mean, they're committing numbers forward, Brisbane. It's leaving gaps at the back here. Blair's trying to get him behind once again. He commits the foul. It is only pre-season, but of course it means that the losing team misses out on the Australia Cup. They miss out on the chance to win a trophy. Long time since Brisbane have won a trophy. Long time since Perth Glory have won a trophy. Not as long as Brisbane, though. Perth Glory won the A-League Men's Premiership in 2019. The last time Brisbane Roar lifted a trophy was the A-League Men's Championship in 2014. With 20 minutes to go, Brisbane just have to throw everything at Perth here. But I think it's fair to say that no one really saw this scoreline coming. I think we expected a close game. I expected goals. But this has been really one-sided Perth's way. And they are well and truly in cruise control right now. Marcus says Bulls could loan Patrick Wood or Mitch Glasson, in my opinion. That could be interesting. Cameron asks, happy with Central Coast Mariners signing so far? I am. So far. I'm expecting a couple more, I reckon. But, I mean, McCalmont looks like a decent signing. You know, good experience over in England. Pavlicic, new goalkeeper, looks all right as well. Matthew says some young players, maybe for MacArthur. That's the way the league's going. Glasson might be good. He wants more game time. Yeah, I could see that happening too. Hey, Mitch Glasson on loan to MacArthur. It's sort of I guess you could say, third choice striker at Sydney FC at the moment. Behind Patrick Wood and Jaden Kucharski. Yeah, that's a big story, isn't it, Adam? It's worth pointing out, eh? Brisbane Roar, of course. Last year's Australia Cup finalists. Set to be knocked out in the playoffs. Quite a story. Oh, good chance here for Brisbane. That's a crucial defensive intervention from Risdon. O'Shea trying to do... It's like Jay O'Shea's just like, I'm going to do it myself. He's like, step back, everyone. I'll just do it myself. A couple of occasions now, he's taking on defenders. He's trying to break through. It's not working out for him. It's not working out for his side. But it's a good point that Adam makes there. I mean, Brisbane were in the final last year. Set to get knocked down in the playoffs. MacArthur FC, they were in the final. They won the final in 2022, right? And had to go through the playoffs last year. Another change coming up for Perth Glory. David Williams has had a decent game tonight. Fantastic assists for goal number 4. Looks like he's going to be replaced by Jalen Pearman here. Another youngster coming through at Perth Glory. This is the perfect result here for Perth Glory in their first competitive hit-out of the season. Of course, the winner of this game going through to host Melbourne City in the round of 32, Saturday, 3rd of August. Brisbane taking a free kick quickly. Halloran flicks it out wide to Zabala. Here we go. What can they produce? What have they got in them? Cross is a bit heavy from Halloran, but it falls to Jelicic. Another corner here for Brisbane. They're racking up the set pieces, that's for sure. Who could Sydney FC sign? Being an FC fan, I'm interested. Marcus says, I think we need a striker who can play on the wing as well as a centre back with lots of experience. Yeah, I think a defensive midfielder as well, Sydney, and that Luke Bratton style of player would be good for the Sky Blues as well. Hey, ooh, heavy challenge. That's a really dangerous challenge from Jack Ingot. Picks up the booking. He's wiped out and go. Who stayed down too? He's hurt. Awful challenge from Jack Ingot, man. The counter-attack was on, but look at the way Jack Ingot just comes across. I mean, that's a disgusting challenge, really, from Jack Ingot, especially an experienced player like that, man. On a young talent like him go, it's a dangerous challenge. It's an ugly challenge, and it's not the kind of challenge you want to see on a football field. That's reckless, to say the least, from Jack Ingot. Good to see that and go is all right. It's a red if it's highest as gaming. I mean, yeah, if the stud's involved in that kind of a challenge, he's straight off the field. That was far too forceful from Jack Ingot, who clearly just wanted to stop the counter-attack in whatever way possible. So 15 minutes left to go in this playoff match. Will we get more goals? Could Perth Glory add to their incredible tally tonight? Can Brisbane Roar grab a consolation? Surely it'd be a consolation at this stage. The Roar is certainly making inroads down that right-hand side. Risdon hooks it up. Another corner. Dude, they must be getting close to the double digits, surely, Brisbane, in the corner stats. Zabala's been pretty good for Brisbane since he's come on too. He's been pretty heavily involved in the attack, getting down that right-hand side. It's going to be another corner as well, this time on the opposite side. It's another opportunity that goes begging. You get the sense now that Brisbane know that this game is out of reach. 4-1. Corey Brown sent off early in the second half. Penalty converted by Faisal, who scored another one straight after to make it 3-1. And then a lovely fourth goal, finished off by Nathaniel Blair to score his first goal for Perth Glory. This has been a dramatic Australia Cup playoffs tie. Risdon getting forward. Ingo. Back for Risdon, who tees it up in the middle. Crucial block from Fakranis, because Gamulka wanted one against his former side. That's right, Adam. Matilda's taking on Germany this Friday morning. Hopefully the Tillies can start off their Olympics campaign with a win. We will be live Friday midday for a live review of that match as well. So come hang out with us on Friday for that one. Delivery in for Perth Glory from the corner. Foul goes the way of Brisbane. So Jalen Panman on that left-hand side now. Blair playing for the middle. Another change here for Brisbane. It's going to be Alex Parsons on. Quinn McNichol's on as well. Couple changes for the Roar. Late on in this contest. Quinn McNichol, you remember he made his debut last year in the Australia Cup. Youngest player ever for Brisbane, I'm pretty sure, right? 15 years of age last year. Brisbane Roar, man. They just haven't had enough going forward. Credit to Perth Glory. I mean, for a team who were last year defensively pretty frail, they've been pretty tight at the back. Majeka Dumni's looked pretty solid tonight. Lockie Bar's made a good debut tonight as well. Long range shots for Brisbane. Sale makes a good save. $10 to go. No extra time needed in this one. It's been Perth Glory who have dominated this second half and will go through to the round of 32 from this stage. And Go's currently being treated for cramp. He's been promising as well tonight, the youngster. Anthony says, just came back from training being a Raw supporter. I'm glad I missed it. Only way is up for us. I mean, surely for Brisbane. Look, I mean, I don't think this result for Brisbane is like an indicator for this season. It's just a one-off result. The red card has certainly affected things. That really sort of tore Brisbane apart. So if it wasn't for that red card, this game might have been a bit closer, I reckon. But yeah, man, Perth Glory. I mean, there's so many positives to take from this performance. There's probably plenty of reasons to be optimistic for the new season after watching this match. McNichol and Parsons on into the wide positions for Brisbane for the final stages. Waddingham's come off and Zimmerino's playing through the middle now for Raw. Look, you got to admire Brisbane just still pushing right to the end here. They're trying to make a dent in this margin. Zimmerino, O'Shea, again trying to force his way through, can't quite manage. Potentially, I mean, even for Raw, potentially still, a couple signings away still now as well. Here comes Panman driving the ball forward. O'Neill wins it. Brisbane will come away with it. It's a loose touch, and Risdon wins it now. Back and forth. We've seen it a few times tonight. A little bit of sloppiness. Obviously, this is the first competitive match in pre-season for both sides. Jelicic, probably been Brisbane's best player tonight. Scored a lovely goal in the first half, and he's still in the fields, working hard. Another one of those players you just get the sense will be really crucial for them this year as well. Interesting to see that Brisbane have elected not to bring on Florin Berringuer tonight. Another couple of changes here for Perth Glory. Tara Arish Kamulka coming off. He's worked hard in midfield. Poor Brisbane. But hey, at least what you guys were saying earlier tonight, at least we won't have to see this kit again. This is the one and only appearance for this Brisbane Roar kit that many people have labelled one of the worst kits we've seen in A-League history. It's certainly up there. Valentino Yule to Brisbane Roar. I mean, that'd be a good signing for them. Another attacking player. 5 minutes to go in regular time. Nathaniel Blair with another opportunity. Also, good save out of Freak too. Got down to his right well. Nathaniel Blair, I mean, this is a pretty ideal debut for your club as well in competitive action. Scoring a nice goal. Almost grabbing another one there. Making an impact off the bench. Second playoff taking place tomorrow night. Western United, Newcastle Jets in action. Won't be doing a live watch along for that one, but check out Dom's Ball Chat. He'll be doing a live watch along for tomorrow night's match, so feel free to check that out. I know I'll certainly be tuning in for that one. And then the Matildas in action this week. First game this Friday, not this Friday morning. Taking on Germany, kick off at 3 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, but will be live at midday this Friday for a live review of that match. So we'd love to see you guys there for that as we discuss the match. A little post-match discussion for your Friday lunchtime. Matthew says you could be good for them, maybe bringing in back a couple Aussies from overseas at Raw. Yeah, it's not like they need... They've still got a good side there. It's probably only a couple players that they would have to bring in. Not many. It's a dangerous challenge from Brandon O'Neill. I don't think he meant it. He has picked up the yellow card. Came in pretty heavy on JSA. But that flurry of goals from Perth Glory, it's the early stages of the second half, man. That's where this game was won and lost. The people of Darwin have been entertained tonight, I reckon. Keegan Yelich just drives forward with the ball. Still going too. Picks it up. Lays it off for Hingett. Back for Jelicic. Looks for a teammate. I mean, that was sort of the position that he scored from in the first half. Hey, I was expecting him to go for goal there once again. He really should have, but definitely for me, Brisbane's best player tonight, Keegan Jelicic, showing good signs. Especially in this attacking midfield role. I mean, Zadkovic might prefer Jelicic in that role ahead of Berenguer, which is interesting. Glory looking for maybe just one more goal. One more opportunity. To make it number 5. I mean, that would be emphatic, wouldn't it? We've got our Big Matildas preview video out right now on the channel. Feel free to check that out afterwards if you are interested. We also did our early A-League men's ladder prediction last week. that ladder prediction, I did call Brisbane Roar to finish last as well. So who knows? That might track true. At this rate, they're set to lose their playoff 4-1. I called Brisbane to pick up the wooden spoon for my early ladder prediction. That I should emphasise that early ladder prediction. That we will be doing another one close to the start of the season. Corner for Brisbane, almost bounced into the back of the net. Still one for Jelicic, through the legs. Delivery comes. There's a Perth Glory player lying down prone on the floor. It looks like Josh Risdon. He doesn't look too well. Getting slowly back to his feet now, looking a little groggy. Yes, did see that, Matthew. Yes, Stamatolopoulos, of course, securing that move to Motherwell in Scotland, and Jets looking for a striker from abroad. So yeah, intrigued to see who they bring in. They've had a variety of international strikers at the club at Newcastle over the years. I mean, they had a really good one a couple of years ago in Becca Mikkeltadze, the Georgian striker. He was great. But they've signed Lockie Rose for now from MacArthur SC. It was a decent signing. I think that's a handy signing, even if he's just coming off the bench at least. But yeah, very curious to see who they bring in at Newcastle. 3 minutes of added time here. Perth Glory are going through to the round of 32 to take on Melbourne City. They will host Melbourne City at the Sandcurve Football Centre in Western Australia. That's right, Adam. Is it HBF Park? I could be wrong. I read on the Perth Glory website, it said that they were going to play their game at the Sandcurve Football Centre, which I believe is where the Perth Glory women's team is going to be playing their A-League women's games this season too. But who knows? Maybe they'll upgrade to HBF Park. That'd be cool. Perth Glory and Melbourne City did play in an Australia Cup semi-final many years ago in Perth as well. Late chance here for Brisbane. Looking for one more goal, a consolation. Jelicic. Nice pass down the right-hand side. Back with Jelicic again. He's been so involved tonight. Oh, great chance. Zimmerino scored. They do have one back. Zimmerino scoring against his former club to make it 4-2. It's not going to be enough. Ollie Sale won't be happy. Conceding another one. It's a nice finish from Adrian Zimmerino against his former team. 4-2. Left-footed curling effort. Very nice indeed. 6 goals on the night. Certainly an entertaining evening for the people of Darwin. They've won the ball again out of the park. Here comes Jelicic with seconds to go. Parsons has gone down. It's a free kick on the edge of the box. The full-time whistle should really be ringing now. He was on the edge of the box. Easily could have been a penalty. It was close. And Brisbane Roar are going to line up for a free kick here. It still probably won't be enough, but it's quite incredible to think that this could potentially end 4-3 all of a sudden. So Zimmerino standing over it with his left foot. Jay O'Shea, pretty regular free kick taker for Brisbane. Could he curl it in here? 4 plays in the wall. It is O'Shea. It's blocked away. Brisbane won't get their third. Still we play on. Far too much on that delivery, and that will surely be enough. Perth Glory are going through to the round of 32. Brisbane Roar, last year's Australia Cup finalists, are out. They will not be involved in the Australia Cup this year. They are out in the playoffs. Quite incredible. 4-2 in the end. An incredible night from youngster Faisal at Perth Glory, who made his competitive debut tonight for the club, scoring 2 goals. He was the star tonight. Absolutely incredible. Brisbane Roar, a red card to Corey Brown, really, really tore things apart for them. What a dramatic evening. Brisbane Roar. And as we were saying earlier, I mean, it's the one and only time we get to see this shocking Brisbane Roar kit. Not many people too happy with this Brisbane Roar kit, and we won't be able to see it. We won't be seeing it ever again. Unless they keep it as an A-League kit. Who knows? Maybe they're going to make it an A-League kit too. Marcus says Rilich with a statement. Certainly is, eh? I mean, I know Brisbane were reduced to just 10 men, but Williams scoring the first half, 2 from Faisal, and then Blair as well, 65th minute. Jelacic and Zimarina with the goals for Brisbane. But David's Rilich, I mean, so much excitement around David's Rilich and his appointment at Perth Glory. He has got good experience in Europe, and I mean, he did a decent job with Sydney FC last year as their assistant coach, heavily involved with the coaching staff there and the setup at Sydney FC. Now appointed to the head coach role at Perth Glory, and there's new ownership. New head coach, there's a new, fresh feeling at Perth Glory, which is what they needed. They've been struggling for the last few years. And look, this is still very early in pre-season. We've got months to go until the A-League season kicks off. But it's a good sign for Perth Glory fans. I think if you're a Glory fan, you've got to feel really optimistic about the season ahead. A lot of promising signs in that game. Kevin says Brisbane are going nowhere. John says Perth Glory has won an Australia Cup game for the first time since 2016. Oh my God, that's an incredible statistic too, hey. They've been stuck in the playoffs for years. They've really struggled. And now there you go. It's been a long, long time. Long time for Perth Glory. Well, they are back, and they would love to have a successful cup run here. And that's the great thing about the Australia Cup, is that it opens up opportunities for teams, for anyone really to have a great run and string, a few decent games together and pick up some silverware. And not only pick up some silverware, but we shouldn't forget, the winner of the Australia Cup qualifies for the Asian Champions League 2, which is the second tier of Asian competition, in club football, that is. Of course, Sydney FC, who won the Australia Cup last year, they're in the ACL 2 this year. So the winner goes through to the ACL 2 in the end. But the winner of this match tonight will go through to host Melbourne City. Perth Glory hosting Melbourne City on Saturday, August 3rd. I'm sure details for that will be confirmed soon enough. Perth Glory fans, a little bit of optimism heading into the new season. Imagine tipping Brisbane. I mean, no one expected this, right, though? 4-2 to Perth in the end. Brisbane torn apart, especially, dude, I can't believe that few minutes early in that second half, the way that just Perth Glory just tore them apart. That red card. And then Perth Glory just kept coming. Scored 3 goals in pretty quick succession, and then it was just done from there. I mean, credit to Brisbane, who pushed with a player down, still forced some saves from Ollie Sale, but you got the sense once Nathaniel Blair put in number 4 for Perth, there was no coming back from there. No coming back from there for Brisbane. So a positive night if you're a Glory fan. A little bit of concern for Brisbane. But I still think they might be all right for this season. Still going to make some signings, I think, in this transfer window. A couple of months to go in the transfer window still. It closes mid-September. But a fantastic, entertaining night of football. We've got the next Australia Cup playoff tomorrow night. It's Newcastle Jets, Western United. Jets finished 10th last year. Western finished 11th. So that should be a fascinating matchup. They've got the stats on the broadcast. 18 shots for Perth. 10 of those on target. 14 shots for Brisbane, 6 on target. So plenty of shots across both teams, man. Brisbane with more possession, interestingly enough, overall. Perth Glory were definitely eager to sort of utilise the counter-attack to get forward. Quite interesting looking at the stats. Perth Glory 2.99 with the XG. Brisbane just 0.94 as well. 10 shots on target. That's really impressive for Perth. They did force some good saves out of Macklin Freak as well, hey. Joshy, the next stream will be on Friday. That is our next stream. We're going to be live on Friday at midday, Australian Eastern Standard Time, for a live review and discussion of the Matildas game. Matildas are getting their Olympics campaign underway this Friday morning, and we're going to be live at midday on Friday for our live discussion there. So stick around for that one on Friday. We will be doing some live watch-alongs throughout the round of 32, so stay subscribed to the channel to keep up to date to when we're doing those live streams. And we will have our round of 32 predictions video coming out later this week too, once these playoffs matches finish up. So guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Really, really appreciate it. I hope you guys all enjoy the rest of your night. Hit the like button on the way out. It helps out the channel. And consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. We're doing plenty of content here on the channel surrounding the Australia Cup. A-League's news, Matildas, Socceroos. There's lots going on at the moment. And it doesn't stop here, man. It's getting even more hectic from here. Matildas Olympics campaign coming up. Round of 32 in the Australia Cup around the corner as well. Enjoy the rest of your night, guys. My name's Lockie, this is Coastal Football, and I'll see you in the next one.